Hello peeps, Twisted Foot here, bringing you a Boundless video. In this video I want to kind of give a little tour of the changes I've made in my base. Some of you may have seen them from watching my previous streams. I had been working on some of it and doing some stuff in there on one of my previous streams, so I kind of got a lot of it finished up now, and I kind of want to show it off a little bit. So I am in Sanctum right now, and when I step through, I am at the base of my base. So we are going to step through the portal, and we're going to walk up my staircase that leads up to my base. So when we get up to the top, one of the first things is I'm kind of experimenting with different options for like a fence, and I kind of like how this looks. Potentially maybe try a different, maybe a stone slab in these places, but I kind of like how this looks a little bit more than how this was done up. I also claimed a little bit more of my land around here, because this used to be unclaimed area and would regenerate, and then I would block my view. So now that I actually have some plots to spare, I reclaimed that spot, and then this spot right here, and then I added a bench there. So first thing you'll notice is from my previous streams and videos is I took out the staircase. So now it's just a straight ground level walk-in to my house. And then I took out all of the there used to be an upper floor here where you would come in through the door roughly in this location. And then there was the staircase that led down, and then I had a portal on this side that I originally used to use for getting back and forth from my shop in Pixelgate, but I took that out. Now I've been using the shop in Therka Market, and we'll go see that at the end of this video. But I've been slowly trying to add in some decorative touches. I don't know if I'm going to put something in the center here. I kind of want to, because it's kind of a bigger open area. But I've added in a couple benches, a couple fire pits that I use kind of as a flower pot stand with a couple flowers. My beacon is nicely centered on my wall. I like having things symmetrical. Now, honestly, this is the first time I really actually looked at this, and I realized that this is not symmetrical totally, because this has an extra row of wood blocks on the outside edge. So honestly, now that I know that, I don't know how I feel about that, but it doesn't look bad. It's still fairly symmetrical to me. I don't know. There's not much else I could do with it. At least like between from this point here on this window to this point here on this window, everything's symmetrical and even. So in this area, I used to have my furnaces and my storage for my furnaces, and then I had my tool storage here, and then I stored all my iron tools here, and I kept them separate because I was selling a lot of them, or trying to sell a lot of them before when I was playing previously. So now I moved all of that stuff into here. So I have my furnace area over here. So this will be where I'll store my ores and stuff. Eventually, if I ever get enough stock of like fuel, like compact peat or additional coal, I'll store it here. And then this is where I store like the bones, things for glue, things for food, that kind of stuff. I have my 2 titanium furnaces. I don't know if it's still like that, but in my opinion, these are like the only things worth using titanium on. But that's just my opinion, and that's from previous play. I don't know if it's different since 1.6.7 was released. But then I have my iron tool storage here for once I get this stock built back up, I'll be able to start selling tools again. And then this is kind of more my personal stuff that I use. I do utilize this, so like if I break an iron hammer or deplete my iron hammers that I'm carrying with me, or my axes and shovels, I do come here and take what I need. And then this is my higher end stuff that I'm trying to build up more of a stock of. Been in a hunt for more rubies, and I just kind of have it somewhat organized. Now this area used to be my storage room, and I guess my torches still work pretty decent in that layout. And this kind of basically was where my crafting area used to be at, and now this is my storage room. I have a lot more storage capacity now. And it's still very much in the process of organizing everything. Everything's kind of, it's semi-organized. Like this is all like the stone, various rock options that I have, where bricks and stones and decorative blocks and refined blocks, basically all the rock type stuff. This is all the soil and sand. This is my gravel, any of my wood stuff, leaves, basically plant type stuff. And this is like my gleam and my lanterns area. This is kind of like miscellaneous, like house decor, building, crafting type stuff. Some higher metal or higher tier like metals and items like that. The growth and ice and stuff that I didn't quite know where to put it. And then all of this. And I recently, last night, I worked on trying to, well, I'll show you what's back there. There's nothing really back there, but so back in this area used to be where I had a staircase that led down to the lava layer below me. I am basically inside of a mountain on Vulpto, and that's a snow-capped mountain, so I've been done fairly well. I mean, I don't go look daily. I need to start looking more often, but I do pretty well in finding rubies below me. So this used to be where I'd access my mine, and when I remodeled my house, I took that out so I could build my new crafting room, a bigger crafting room, so I could expand my crafting capabilities. But then I lost my access to my mine. So what I did over here was I obviously need to add some torches and light in here. But I dug this out, and I am going to create a staircase down to the lava layer below me here, so then I have access to a mine again. Now another easy way that I could do this is I could throw up a portal and then build a small structure, or just leave an open port. No, I wouldn't want to leave an open port. I could build a small structure below me in the lava layer, and then I could just portal to it, but then I'd have to keep that field along with the other portals. So I'm just going to dig this back out, and I will hollow down to the lava layer. So that's my new portal access, or not portal access, but my new, eventually it could become like a portal access. Like if I ever wanted to open up a portal directly to, say, my Pixelgate shop again, I could have a staircase kind of in the center area here, but I could very easily put a portal into the wall here or here and be able to have a portal room too, I guess. Be a portal staircase. And this is my crafting room. So I got this all finished and put together. I got my 4 workbenches. I got some storage between each of them. Right now, I believe the only thing I'm really using storage for is some dark blood. And I got a buildup of dark blood. So I got 4 workbenches. I got 4 extractors. I got 4 refineries. And then 2 compactors and 2 mixers. And I like the I like this yellow gleam, refined yellow gleam that I put in a corner. I think it adds a really nice touch to this room. On the stream, I did add these. I did more work on trying to figure out the lighting in this room, and as you can see, without any torches on me, it might be a little bit dark over here yet, and I could add a couple torches to the walls pretty easily over there. But this refined gleam in the floor looks, to me, it looks pretty cool, and it lights up the floor a lot. And I was able to tear the ceiling back out and add the gleam lanterns back to the ceiling, so it's really nicely lit up, except for over here, which I only have 1 of those torches. There. I guess that'll help a little bit for now. I'll probably take those back out and put regular torches in there after I make some more. I wonder if I have any in my storage. Possible I have some over here. I have a bunch of basic torches, but no regular torch. So I'll have to work on that another day. These diamond torches will work fine for it now. And so then on this side, so like I said, I like things symmetrical. It's not totally symmetrical, obviously, because I have to have the doorway and stuff, but it's pretty dang symmetrical. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's got to be a perfect square, but this kind of bugs me a little bit that the gleam is so close to the doorway, but there's really no other way for me to do that. So, other than maybe taking out the windows, but then that messes up the symmetry out here. But I got 6 more workbenches in here. I took the workbenches out of the floors over here so I could put in the these sitting benches. I'm going to leave these ones in there because it's nice to have that additional capability of crafting more stone from my rock when I go out rock grinding. So that's my house, and the changes that I've made to it. For now, let's run to Therka, and I'll show you my shop really quick. And I have I've been doing a little bit of an experiment with copper tools. So I crafted a copper hammer and a copper shovel, and I've been kind of experimenting how well they work versus the iron hammer. Let's see if I can find some stone really quick that I am able to hit. Now, I believe where the benefit is the iron hammers last longer. But, okay, yeah, I can hit this stuff. So, to bust out one igneous block with my iron hammer. Now, sometimes with the iron hammer I can one hit a block, but usually it's 2, and it takes what was that? Maybe a second and a half. But with the copper hammer, I don't know. I can't think if I've ever one-shot a block with the copper hammer, but it swings so much faster that your 2 hits are done faster with the copper hammer than they are with the iron hammer. So it's with that increased swing speed, I think copper hammer might be, for the most part, superior if you're just out trying to get some rock. So, and then it's, from what I've seen, I haven't tested it greatly with the shovel yet, but I'm gonna guess that the shovel's gonna be the same way. Although I do one shot with the iron shovel a lot more than I do like the hammer. Yeah. So it looks, for me, for my particular character. Now it's going to vary from character to character depending on how you have your skills set up. But it looks like for my character, the copper hammer is probably quicker, and I won't necessarily say superior, but at least faster at gathering baseline rock than the iron hammer. From that little minor test that I just did, it looks like the shovels are not that way. My iron shovel has a higher chance of one-shotting the like sand and soil, so I will maintain utilizing iron shovels, but I think I am going to start utilizing copper hammers more often. So here we are in Therka. We came through our portal, and this is my shop stand in Therka Market. It took me a little while to try to figure out how I wanted to remodel it and relay it out. I got this refined purple gleam from Sam, along with the orange. And I've seen somebody doing this with using the orange gleam or any type of gleam behind their selling plinths to kind of highlight their goods. So I copied that idea. I don't remember whose stand it was, but it's not my idea. Now this was my idea, but I'm about sure that I'm not the first person that's done it by putting a request basket on top of a workbench block. But I thought that looked kind of cool, having instead of the request baskets sitting on the floor, I have them up on my various blocks. See if we purchased anything today. Nope. I have not sold anything though. So I don't know if I'm in Therka is such a big city now. I don't know if I'm like in a more of a dead part of the town, but it is what it is. I don't want to move. I don't have enough points built up yet to invest into warping distance and stuff. So I only have, I don't even remember where that's at. Right here, exploration. So I mean, it takes a lot of points to get your warp distance increased. So I'm very happy that we at least have a network set up and portals pre-set up. So I'm able to go back now that I started playing again and actually reopen my portals. But before if I didn't have those pre-set up before since release 167, we wouldn't be able to make portals very far. So I mean, we'd still be able to make some portals, but they would have to be, I believe, just one hop portals. So some of the stuff that I did in here is I had to rip out all of the flooring because I didn't have all of the flooring facing the same direction. So a lot of the textures weren't lined up and stuff. So I ripped out all of the flooring. I got that all facing the same way. I ran out of brick, and at that time when I was doing this remodel, I hadn't unlocked my brick recipes yet. So I had ran out of bricks for the floor and this back wall, and thanks to Therka, who was out working on his roads and paths at the time, he gave me a nice donation of bricks that I needed to finish my floor and my walls. So big shout out to Therka. Thank you very much for that help in getting my shop redone. So this is what my shop looks like. I don't know what I would do additionally. I was curious if this is... Okay, this guy owns that, and he owns the stuff right next to me. So I'm kind of landlocked into where I'm at now. It is possible that I could remodel this a little bit differently and expand up and have like an upstairs portion of the shop. But I also could potentially put maybe a row of... I could probably do like one here, one here, one here, and one here. Obviously, you can put them right next to each other. You don't have to space them out like I do, but I like to give more space. Just personal preference from real life. Like if there was a plinth right here, I wouldn't want to be standing shopping at this plinth and then have somebody sitting there right next to me shopping at the next plinth. So I spread mine out. Obviously, we're in game. It's not like that big of a difference, but it's just my personal preference. So I could put one here, one here, one here, and one here. And possibly even one here to expand by 5 more plinths. Wouldn't be terrible. But I don't know. Right now I'm not selling anything, so I really don't need to expand anything. And I have 2 open plinths that I still can use. Although once I want to start selling some iron tools, that'll eliminate some of those plinths that I have. So that's my shop. This is our portal network. I'm gonna run back home really quick to... I want to include one last quick thing in my video. If you watched the previous stream, you'll know this trick already, but I want to include it into this video, as this video will be a lot shorter than the previous stream was, and I kind of want to get this out a little bit better so more players can know about it. And I'm talking about the ability to relocate your spark core in your existing base, or if you have the ambition, basically anywhere on your planet that you're currently on. I don't think it works to try to do this through portals, obviously, but you could relocate your spark cores realistically on... Maybe not realistically, but you technically can relocate your spark core anywhere on your planet by using this method. So right now I have 127,000 spark built up into my spark cores. So what you need to do is you need to have multiple spark cores, at least 2, preferably more than 2. Like 3 would be really nice to have. I don't have a 3rd one anymore. I installed it down in our portal house, but what you want to do is you want to remove one of your spark cores, and your spark all stays in the one remaining spark core, and then all you do is you place your second spark core next to it, and then you go back to your original spark core, pick that up, and now your spark has moved at least one block open. So then you just keep doing that, placing your second spark core down. So this is where 3 of them would come in handy, because you could either use the third one and move it basically 2 blocks at a time, 3 blocks at a time. But what I would personally do if I had a third one is I would leave one equipped in my hand, and then I could just plop one down, pick up the old one, and it would just stay in my hand, and I could just do that a lot faster. So it would be a lot quicker moving my spark around. So as you can see, none of my spark has depleted. And I have almost moved it halfway across my base here. Now it'd suck if I made a mistake and actually accidentally depleted my spark core. So I mean, it works the same to go up and down. So if you were trying to move it across from one upper floor to a bottom floor of your base or whatever, you can do this just like that. So I mean, now my 127,000 spark is basically floating right in the middle of my base, or my crafting room at least. So this is a cool way that I've came across to move my spark when I've redone my house. So with that, I am going to leave this episode here. I will work on putting that back where it belongs off camera, and I want to thank you all for watching, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions or comments about my build and things that I could try differently or maybe do differently to check it out. Hit the like button if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I am totally back into loving this game again, and I have definitely been playing a lot more recently. So I plan on making more content, of more Boundless content. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified when I put out more content from Boundless, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye now.